Words. The most powerful tool that you have right now and that you always carried with you. Do you agree? Let me explain to you today in this video what I mean by having words and using them as a very, very powerful weapon. Maybe not only against somebody else, but also to you. Because today we're gonna start, and I'm gonna start explaining to you how powerful words can be when not used wisely. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Nora. And as I said, if you wanna change your world, you have to start changing your words. Today I'm gonna explain this to you by using examples of my own life and how my parents used words, not only in their own lives, but also in our lives as their children. And how that made me change and have a different perspective of things in my life. Well, my parents are from Iraq. We fled from Iraq and we came to the Netherlands. I live in the Netherlands in Europe. And here, my parents came from dictatorship, a way different world than a democracy as is known in the Netherlands and in Europe. My parents brought with them not only a religion, but also a culture of using words differently than they use it in a democracy, because they didn't know better. It was used by their own parents, their grandparents, and everybody around them. And as a young girl, when I listened to my parents and how they tried to explain to us in their own words, to stimulate us to go to school, to learn things, I found it quite remarkable when I grew up in the Netherlands in a democratic society, that those words that my parents used, like when they wanted to stimulate us to go to school and to be well educated, they always used like words like, "You're not good enough, you're stupid, you're dumb." And dumb was something like in our house it was so often used. And I wanted always to want to prove them wrong. Like, I'm not dumb. I will study. And I studied hard. Very long, hard, until I went to law school. Yeah, I studied international and European law at the university in the Netherlands because I wanted to show my parents, to prove them that I wasn't dumb. But their use of words wasn't saying it to hurt me. It was just to motivate me to get the best and make the best out of me, you know? And I never understood that when I was younger. I was like, no, I'm not dumb and I'm not this and I'm not. Until I grew up and I learned in law school how important it is to be careful with the words that you use in your, like in cases, you know, if you wrote the words, if you have a text written and you're preparing for trial, it's very important what you've written. It's very important what you read. It's very important what you hear from parties, you know, from your own client, let alone what's coming out of your own mouth. Later on, I had a course, neuro-linguistic programming. I did that like a year completely. I have the NLP practitioner and the master's degree in that. There I learned how important words are in the use of your own and yourself. Like how important it is to really, that we reprogram our minds by using certain words, and how we actually can destroy ourselves by our own words. Because everything that you take out of your mouth, you thought about so often, and your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. So if you say things to yourself, like you're dumb, stupid, you're fat, you're skinny, you're this, you're that, your mind thinks you are that. And if you do that, as Tony Robbins says, with a lot of intensity, then you're gonna start believe it. And if you believe it, the people around you will believe it. Because the most important thing is, and that's why I'm starting this series of videos where I want to explain to you that connecting with you is number one. Accepting you, realizing how important you are to you, so the outside world, your loved ones, your sons, daughters, partners, brothers, sisters, siblings, friends, and strangers can see what you see every single day in the mirror. Words. As I said to you, I always heard words. And we as children copy words. We take words from our parents, we believe them, from our teachers, because we believe them. When you're young, you're formed by the environment you're grown up with and in, you know? And as a refugee, I was a refugee from Iraq. I believe my parents because I didn't have anybody else. I believe my teachers, but there were sometimes that I was rebelling against the words that were used against me. So my parents always said, you're dumb, you can do better, is that all you can do? And I always wanted to achieve the highest marks at school. I wanted to be the best in everything I did. And then at school, when I came to the Netherlands, I didn't speak the language. I had to, as a teenager, I had to start to learn the Latin alphabet because I knew the Greek alphabet. You know, during the fleeing from Iraq, I knew different languages, and the Dutch language was the fifth language I had to learn. So I started at teenage age learning the Latin alphabet. And my teacher said to me, you know, Nora, you know, do something, when you learn that language, do something small and go and work something and do something with your hands or something. And I said, no, you don't decide. I had a plan, I had a goal for myself. I wanted to succeed. I wanted to help other people. I wanted to become somebody. And I said, I don't want you to stop me. I want you to show me the way. How can I reach the university? So I did everything that was possible, and I studied very hard in several levels at the education ladder in the Netherlands. And then I studied international and European law. You know, I heard what people said to me, that I was weak and small and dumb and I don't know whatever. But something deep inside me decided that wasn't true. That wasn't true. I used different words. At the beginning, to be honest, before I did NLP at all, neuro-linguistic programming, I did sometimes when I failed at something, like an exam or something, I said, oh no, you're so dumb, so stupid. Why? Because I heard it and I wanted to motivate myself to succeed the next time. But when I did NLP, I realized, like, hey, these aren't my words. It's not mine. It's theirs, my parents or my teachers or my siblings or my friends' words about me. It doesn't say anything about how I see me. So I decided to change my words, how I approach myself and what I say to myself, you know? And it did help. And I want to help you. That's why I'm making these videos, you know? I want to help you to realize, to awaken to make you realize, to just see that the words that other people use for you or to you or say to you is not what you are. You decide what you are. And it's not the words that people say about you or to you. It's what you say in the mirror. And at times that you're like in your lowest moments or having like a failing moment or whatever, what are you telling you? What are you saying to yourself? Think about that. Is that building you up or breaking you down? And what kind of effect does it have on you? What kind of impact? And believe me, if you're using negative words about yourself, you're not helping yourself for that. I heard a lot of times when people saw me for the first time, when I walk in the rooms, I have some kind of presence that people see, and people that don't know me experience me, or they say that I look like very arrogant and very dominant. And after they talk to me and they get to know me as me, they see that I absolutely am not arrogant, absolutely not, and that I am very kind and I can be leading. Yeah, I can be like, they see it as dominance. Like some kind of words have some kind of negative vibe on it. So dominance is not directly for me a negative word. That's actually, for me, is it more, if somebody calls me dominant, I think actually you're telling me that you are weak. You understand what I mean? It's like a sort of context, like how you bring it and how you use it. And I have learned and I've taught myself what to say to myself. What's the best thing to say to myself? And you know, every time as I talk to you in my previous videos about standing in front of the mirror, start your day with powerful words, powerful phrases about you. And the first one that you can use from now on is, I accept you as you are. You know, there are more videos to come. This is the most longest, you know, words are so important. I wanna like keep on talking about this for a long time. And I can tell you so many things about this. But I wanna really want to ask you to start with small changes, just a small change every morning. When you stand up, when you wake up, when you open your eyes, instead of saying, oh, it's another morning and I don't know what, only God knows what you say that morning. Stand up and say, thanks, thank you. Whoever, whatever, universe, God, Buddha, spirituality, universe, thank you that I'm alive, that my eyes are open and I can breathe. Start your day with gratitude that you are living another day. And then you can make sounds. If they are not words, you can make sounds like ooh, 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 and I don't know what the age you are, and I don't know what you're coping with. Do it. Use sounds, but don't forget. The words are very powerful. And I'll continue on this subject and on the next video, or else there's gonna be a long video. And I wanna thank you very much for being present with me again. Thank you for watching again. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you didn't. And if you didn't, please write on the comments what you didn't like. Like, be critical. I really am open for feedback. I really am. And you will say, no, you're not. But I really am. Because I believe in growth. And I believe in us. So thank you so much. And I I'll be there in my next video, and I hope I will see you too. Thank you. Bye.